Boriska, a child prodigy, was born in 1996. According to his mother, who is a doctor, she recognized her son's exceptional nature when he was able to hold his head up without any assistance, a mere 2 weeks after his birth. According to her, he commenced speaking a few months after his birth and was capable of reading, drawing, and painting by the age of 18 months. When Boriska, at the young age of 2, attended kindergarten, his teachers were immediately impressed by his exceptional writing and language abilities and his impressive memory skills. This left a significant impression on his teachers, who could hardly believe the young child's remarkable abilities. The young boy has insisted on multiple occasions that he used to be a pilot from Mars and had traveled to Earth. Boriska's parents maintain that they didn't educate their son about space as a youngster, yet he would frequently talk about Mars, planetary structures, and advanced societies. According to reports, his infatuation with space became his primary interest, and soon after, he began proclaiming to have been born on the planet Mars. According to researchers, he was an introverted young man who exhibited intelligence above the norm. With his exceptional expertise in the field of planetary systems, he has baffled not only scientists, but also specialists worldwide, with them saying that he could answer questions about space that only experts would know, and talked as if he'd actually visited some of these places he talked about, something that intrigued researchers. Boriska asserts that he originates from Mars and was dispatched to Earth to rescue humans from an impending nuclear war. According to him, his Martian race was almost entirely eradicated by a nuclear war that occurred thousands of years ago, and he is concerned that we may be heading towards a similar fate. He is raising concerns about the escalating tensions between the United States and other countries, which have reached a critical point due to nuclear weapons. He is cautioning that if we don't listen to his doomsday prophecies, we'll experience the same disastrous destiny as his group. According to him, he is not the only advanced individual residing on Earth. He affirms that there are other beings like him sent to complete a crucial task of preserving humanity. According to him, they are all believed to be reincarnations and are commonly known as indigo children, possessing extraordinary abilities and having endured the Martian conflicts. He states that a significant proportion of Martians attain immortality. Additionally, they are significantly taller than humans, possess sophisticated technology, and have the ability to travel between galaxies. According to his recollection, during his teenage years, he was constantly exposed to air raids due to the active Martian wars. As a result, he had to engage in these air raids frequently with the company of a close friend. It is possible to traverse through time and space in round crafts, but when observing life on Earth, the preferred aircraft are triangular in shape. He said that Martian spaceships are renowned for their complexity. They have multiple layers and possess the ability to traverse the entire expanse of the universe. According to Boriska, despite experiencing a significant nuclear disaster in the distant past, Mars is said to harbor a community of advanced beings. He asserts that there are still many unexplored mysteries on this planet, citing the Great Pyramid of Giza as an example of a structure that conceals valuable insights. Boriska claims that once the Sphinx is opened, using an unknown mechanism located behind its ear, human life will be transformed. The exact details of this mechanism are unclear to Boriska. Boriska elaborates that the incident on Mars was a result of a nuclear conflict among the inhabitants of the planet. According to him, a small number of people managed to survive and subsequently constructed shelters for protection, while simultaneously developing new weaponry. According to the boy, Martians inhale carbon dioxide, and in case they visit Earth, they would require pipes filled with this gas to exhale. Interestingly, many who've heard about his story have said that he could be experiencing reincarnation. Rooted in various religious and philosophical traditions, the concept of reincarnation offers a unique perspective on the nature of existence and the journey of the soul. The belief in reincarnation is deeply ingrained in many ancient and contemporary spiritual traditions. While the specific details and interpretations of reincarnation may vary across these traditions, the underlying principle remains consistent, that the soul or consciousness continues to exist beyond life and undergoes multiple lifetimes to learn, grow, and attain spiritual enlightenment. Central to the concept of reincarnation is the idea that each individual carries forward the consequences of their thoughts, words, and actions from one lifetime to another. This notion of karma, the law of cause and effect, suggests that one's actions in previous lives influence their current circumstances and future incarnations. However, skeptics have said that there is no scientific evidence to support the claim that a nuclear war occurred on Mars or any other planet. The idea of a past nuclear war on Mars is primarily based on speculative interpretations of certain geological features observed on the planet's surface. Proponents of the theory argue that the presence of certain geological formations resembling radioactive fallout patterns or the alleged discovery of high levels of radioactive isotopes in Martian soil suggest the occurrence of a nuclear event. However, these claims remain speculative and have not been substantiated by scientific consensus or rigorous investigation. The exploration of Mars, conducted by various space agencies and missions, including rovers and orbiters, has primarily focused on geological, climatic, and astrobiological investigations. The data gathered so far have provided valuable insights into the history and potential for life on Mars, but have not provided conclusive evidence of past nuclear conflicts. Furthermore, researchers have said that the geological features observed on Mars can often be explained by natural processes, such as volcanic activity, erosion, and meteorite impacts, which are well understood terrestrial phenomena. As of right now, Boriska's story has fascinated many people who believe that in the distant past, advanced beings inhabited the Red Planet. A new signal for a neutron star collision discovered. An unlikely event has occurred more than 6 billion light-years away from Earth. NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory has discovered a burst of X-rays that signals the collision of a neutron star, which could give astronomers clues as to how these neutron-packed stellar objects are built. The merger of neutron stars results in jets of high-energy particles and radiation firing out in two different directions. When the jets are pointed in the Earth's line of sight, then a flash of gamma rays is detectable. When a jet is not pointed in the Earth's line of sight, astronomers need a different type of signal to pinpoint the merger. One type of signal that can be used to identify the merger is the detection of gravitational waves. Astronomers have now found another type of signal by observing an X-ray's bright flare. They have discovered that two neutron stars most likely merged to form a heavier, fast-spinning neutron star with a strong magnetic field. The signal, called XT2, was observed by Chandra and appeared suddenly and then lingered for about 7 hours before fading away. The X-ray image was the deepest X-ray image ever taken, and the signal was located in the Chandra Deep Field South. The image contains about 12 weeks of Chandra's observing time. These observations have remarkably given astronomers the chance to learn about the inside of neutron stars. They observed that the brightness of the X-ray emission stayed constant for about 30 minutes and then decreased in brightness over almost 7 hours before becoming undetectable. This indicates that the neutron star merger produced a new larger star that survived for a few hours before collapsing into a black hole. Bing Zhang of the University of Nevada stated, "We can't throw neutron stars together in a lab to see what happens, so we have to wait until the universe does it for us. If two neutron stars can collide and a heavy neutron star survives, then this tells us that their structure is relatively stiff and resilient. This discovery is invaluable because the density of neutron stars is so large that their properties cannot be replicated on Earth. This merger has given astronomers the opportunity to discover and study more about these neutron stars and the larger implications that their formation brings." Hubble finds 10th planet slightly larger than Pluto. We know of Pluto, the now dwarf planet that was previously masquerading as a planet. So, as of 2006, our solar system features just 8 planets. Despite this demotion to a dwarf planet, Pluto is not alone in this ranking, with others being found within our solar system. Perhaps most notable among these is Eris, a dwarf planet perhaps more commonly known as Xena, but earning its official name from the Greco-Roman goddess of discord and strife. It's only fitting, given the name, that there has been some contradictions and disagreements as we have tried to uncover more about the dwarf planet. Upon the initial discovery of Eris, the dwarf planet appeared to be slightly bigger than Pluto.
Because of its seemingly greater size, it was joked that scientists had discovered a so-called 10th planet, which would give Eris the same temporary planetary status Pluto had once held, which would be fitting had it been truly larger. Further research into the size of Eris revealed that while it is true that the dwarf planet has a mass 27% higher than Pluto does, the volume of the planet is still smaller overall. Adding further confusion to the subject, our measurements regarding the diameter of these two dwarf planets do not reflect what we initially expected, as observations made from down here on Earth with grounded equipment suggest that Eris had a diameter of approximately 1,848.6 miles, 30% larger than the diameter of Pluto. However, the Hubble Space Telescope revealed that a more accurate number is 1,490 miles compared to Pluto's 1,422. Despite the results not being definitively conclusive, Pluto is generally considered to be the largest dwarf planet, with Eris pulling in at a very close second place. Mike Brown, a planetary scientist at the California Institute of Technology in Pasadena, California, was on the team that discovered Eris, or Xena, back in 2005, alongside Chad Trujillo and David Rabinowitz. Their research was published in the Astrophysical Journal, and Brown explained that only the Hubble telescope would have been able to assist this discovery. He explained that, with the technology available in 2005 at least, Hubble was the only telescope that would have been able to capture a clean, visible light measurement of the actual diameter of Eris. If this research were to be conducted today, the Webb telescope may be used to carry out these observations instead. With only a few images from Hubble, the team were able to find a more accurate number to determine Eris's diameter. This information has helped to debunk the 10th planet myth and put Pluto back on top as the largest dwarf planet. But researchers did not stop there. There are several ideas and theories speculating why Eris was so deceptively large. For example, it's incredibly bright compared to its small size, making it the second most reflective object in our solar system. It has been suggested that it is so reflective because of the frost sitting on the surface of the dwarf planet, perhaps as a result of leaking methane gas or distance from the sun, freezing any atmosphere that used to be present. Eris is considered a TNO, or a trans-Neptunian object, orbiting further out from the Sun than Neptune. Eris is catalogued here as 2003 UB313 and holds the title of being the largest object in space to have not received a spacecraft visitor. Finding that there is more out there than we first thought in our solar system is fascinating. Even though Eris missed out on earning the 10th planet title, it's an impressive dwarf planet taking up a good amount of space. Perhaps one day Eris will receive a visitor spacecraft and we can find out more about the frozen dwarf planet. Exploring Mars by sailplane. The red planet has been a focus of a great deal of scientific research throughout the years. From the search for evidence of Martian life to exploring the physical features of this planet, we have been investigating this planet for many lifetimes. The latest stage in this research is underway, as some new revolutionary engineering could completely change how we explore Mars. Engineers have been designing a sailplane able to fly above the surface of Mars for several consecutive days before landing. This sailplane is intended to be motorless and is pushed forth using only the wind energy on Mars. To accompany the technology that is already keeping their eyes on Mars, engineers are working on a new piece of equipment to help us probe further within the red planet. A team of engineers based at the University of Arizona and research scientist Alexandra Kling from NASA's Mars Climate Modeling Center have been working on lightweight, motorless sailplanes that will be able to roam around Mars. The sailplanes will be fitted with temperature sensors, gas sensors, and cameras, yet the current design suggests they will weigh only 11 pounds per plane. It was this ambitious plan that led to NASA's Ingenuity. Ingenuity has the nickname Ginny, and is a small-scale robotic coaxial rotor helicopter that made it to Mars in 2020, alongside the Perseverance rover. Ingenuity clocks in at just £4 and is the first time we have been able to have a device flown in a controlled manner on another planet. While Ingenuity is an incredible accomplishment, these new plans are far more ambitious. NASA's Ginny is able to reach 12 meters in height and can only fly for short periods. The sailplanes, however, aim to overcome these limitations by flying in directions and manners that best support the wind patterns on Mars. Wind patterns will alter and shift when they encounter physical differences, such as volcanoes or canyons. These sailplanes will utilize these fluctuations, taking advantage of what is present. The sailplanes are designed to move between static soaring when there are enough vertical winds, or to move into dynamic soaring when horizontal wind speed increases. Typically, horizontal wind speed will increase as the height of the vehicle does, essentially meaning that the higher the altitude, the higher the horizontal wind speed. This is especially true on Mars. Being able to send these sailplanes to Mars is another problem researchers have encountered, with the current suggestion being to pack the sailplanes on a spacecraft in CubeSats, a type of research spacecraft known as a nanosatellite. An alternate suggestion would be to use a balloon-like structure to lower the sailplanes into the atmosphere. This research is incredibly fascinating. With this equipment, we would not only be pushing the boundaries of what we considered possible here on Earth, but also advancing our knowledge of another planet in our solar system. A proposal paper for this research project can be found published in the scientific journal Aerospace. Between new observations and advancing technology, we are only bound to continue to advance our understanding of the world, solar system, and the universe that we live in. But what do you make of these recent discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.